Geronimo.
Hi, Idina. It's nice to talk to you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure and honor. I am talking to right now one of the most beautiful and talented women on the face of planet Earth.
Oh, my God.
Let's just get that out of the way first off, and then we can talk about the exciting news. You're coming to Colorado.
I am, yeah. I'm coming to the Red Rocks.
Coming to Red Rocks, playing Sunday night with the Colorado Symphony. It's going to be an amazing show. We're going to talk a little bit more about that for sure soon. First, I wanted to talk about your own music. You put out your own album called I Stand, and on that album, you did all the writing of your own music for it.
I collaborated with Glenn Ballard, who's, as you probably know, an incredible songwriter-producer.
Right.
I write a lot of melody and lyrics, and it was a wonderful experience. I had always dreamed of working with him, first of all. So that was exciting, and I do one or two of those songs from that album with the orchestra as well. We arrange it for 80 pieces, and it's actually pretty thrilling.
How was the experience of writing your own music? Because oftentimes with you, you're a film star, a TV star, a star of the stage. And is it different when you create your own music than it is when you're singing other songs that have been written for, Broadway hit musicals and such?
Yeah, I mean, the writing of it definitely is a whole different process. It's much more solitary than your sort of the community you have within the theater and all of that. And so I like it as a reprieve from the 8 shows a week, to sort of become a little bit more isolated and internal and kind of write about the things that I'm going through at the time. It's a nice balance.
Right. It's the other side of performing, I suppose, when you can perform your own tunes and kind of open up yourself to the audience.
But I've been surprised that I do a lot of I don't do as much of my original music with the symphony, and I don't miss it so much because I don't know. I guess I just feel like every song is I consider myself an interpreter of music, a vocalist, so I kind of get inside any song and try to find my unique way of performing that, and so there's a reward to it no matter whose song it is.
Right, absolutely. I hear you. And now, speaking of which, you are massive, really, in the Broadway musical across the world. You've done them in London, of course, as well. You won a Tony Award for your role in Wicked. You've starred in movies and TV shows. What is your favorite venue? Is it on stage in theater? Is it performing in movies or on television?
I think that if you forced me to choose, it's performing live is really what it is. So it's whether I'm a character in a play on Broadway or whether I'm, just doing a concert. It's the adrenaline, the relationship with the audience, that connection is something that I wouldn't be able to live without. Although I do find that energy and feeling in other things that I do, like working on a set, and because you're always making yourself vulnerable to people, whether it's the crew standing there watching you or it's thousands of people. You still, as an artist, have to make yourself vulnerable and open up, show sort of your other skin in order to connect with people, and that's a scary thing sometimes.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. And with TV and movies, you don't necessarily have that feedback, the energy feedback from the audience.
You don't, except that because my experience with that is not as much as on the stage, I actually, I feel that, the director's watching, the clock is ticking, there's a lot more money being spent. There are actors, big, famous actors that I'm on the set with that I want to do a good job. So there's still a pressure there and an adrenaline that flows for me, and I still get that sort of rush.
Sure, yeah. Now, speaking of TV and movie roles, recently you joined the cast of Glee. And that show, it of course attracts theater buffs, definitely, but more so it seems the mass appeal is kind of a younger audience that may not necessarily be familiar with your stage accolades. How has that whole Glee experience been for you?
Oh, it's been terrific. I mean, TV is just massive, and it's great for me. It's introduced me to, different audience, more people. All that's great. But what's really lovely about it is just that, I'm in Los Angeles, and I miss being in New York City and doing theater and the community of it all. And there's a definite aspect of that on the set of Glee, and so it feels a little bit like home away from home.
Now, since you've joined that, I'm sure you probably can't go out in public as much as maybe you used to be able to because...
Oh, yes, I can. It's not a big deal. Unless there's, maybe go to Starbucks and there's a young kid behind the register. That's about it. Or if I go out with my husband, then someone recognizes him. But it's not that big of a deal.
Are you going to be back for the next season?
I hope so. Yeah, there's talk of it. We'll see. Very good.
Very good. We look forward to hearing about that. Now let's talk about Colorado. Have you performed here in the Mile High City before?
I have, yes. I have been to, my mother and my sister live outside of Boulder.
Oh, nice.
I'm there all the time. And I believe I was there 9 months ago. I'm going to forget now live on the radio where I was. But I have to go. I think it was the Denver Performing Arts Center.
Nice, yeah. There's Denver Center for Performing Arts.
Yeah.
So with some family living here, you probably spend enough time here that the altitude doesn't necessarily affect you.
I don't know. Every time I come there, I get a little bit of a headache. But I'm coming a couple days early. I'm bringing my son so he can hang out with Grandma and stuff. So I'll probably be good by then. Very
nice, yeah. And at Red Rocks, have you ever seen a show there? Have you ever been to Red Rocks before?
I have not. No, I'm just aware of it. And I've seen it online, and I've heard about it, and the famous U2 show there,
Right, yeah.
But I'm so excited because it's not only, just spectacular as far as the view, but apparently it just feels very spiritual and just very special.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It is one of the most popular, I think, maybe outdoor venues in the United States because of the way that it is, nature coming together with this amazing setup where the stage is down below and the risers, the bleachers just go up for days, 9,000 people all looking down at you as you are the focal point of this amazing natural amphitheater. Are you looking forward to performing at Red Rocks?
I'm so looking forward to it. It's been a dream of mine. My manager and I have been talking about it and just so excited. It's nice. Oh, that's my doggy. Hold on. Sammy, why are you barking?
Because your dog is excited for you to perform at Red Rocks as well.
He's so excited. No, he's mad probably because he's jealous of my son. He's ever since the baby came along. He gets pushed aside a little bit, so he knows that Walker's going on the air. But anyway, I'm just, it's been a dream of mine to play there. There's a couple milestones in your live career, and this is one of them, and I'm just really looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a unique show at Red Rocks for the Denver crowd that's going to be out there because we don't oftentimes get to see the Colorado Symphony paired with amazing vocal talent such as yourself in such an amazing setting, and so I think it's going to be extra special.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is very exciting.
We have Marvin Hamlisch coming as well, and he's going to be conducting.
Yeah. It is going to be an amazing show. That is happening this Sunday night on the Rocks. Idina Menzel with the Colorado Symphony performing some of her own tunes and, of course, some of the show tunes that you're famous for and some of your award-winning roles on the stage. We're looking forward to that. For the listeners out there, tickets are still available. A few tickets are still available. You can get them by going to coloradosymphony.org. And, Idina, thank you so much for taking the time today. It was wonderful to talk to you, and we are looking forward to an amazing night, Sunday night on the Rocks.
Having me on the show, and I hope to get to meet you, and I hope everyone enjoys the show. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. We're looking forward to it as well. Thanks so much for talking to us today, Idina Menzel. All right, thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.